All right, welcome back to the Yoko's podcast. I've actually lost track of what episode this is, but I think it's about 14. How are we, chaps?
Not bad, guys. Not bad at all.
Not too bad.
Not too bad at all. Yeah. Not much, guys.
You're back in
Back
home
in-
soil, because
Back in the prosperous land of Australia.
that is
Enjoy.
weird, because
Feels like freedom, cuz. Feels like freedom. It's not bad, cuz. Not bad at all. Just sitting out. It's not too bad, cuz. How's everything been going here while I've been away? Not bad. That's the way, cuz.
no complaint.
That's what we like, cuz.
You're chasing the winter at this point, though. It's a bit rough. Although
Yeah, it is what it is.
Brizzy, Maxie's got the shirts off. Can't be that bad.
Well, I don't know about Briz. Briz had its coldest day on record the other day, and
28.
yeah, down to 27. And, and the wind was pretty breezy. It's actually pretty chilly, to be fair.
Yeah,
Need a
okay.
jumper on.
Is it
Can't
pretty much
get
the
away.
same as London, guys?
What'd you say, guys?
Is the weather right now pretty much the same as what it is in London right now?
Nah, London's way warmer.
Yeah, it actually heats up a bit.
Yeah, it's like 27 degrees, but it feels a lot hotter than a 25, 26 here. It's like muggy and yeah, it's not the same, cuz it's not
Yeah.
the same.
Fair enough.
You wouldn't know, cuz until your boots on the ground.
Can't argue with that, cuz.
That's exactly right, cuz. So what's
All
on
right,
the
Chaz.
agenda for today, cuz?
Well, I mean, last week we kind of got screwed around because Hen decided to go out to the sticks.
No fucking clue, cuz.
That's right. This is going to be annoying. I'm just going to flick over my phone internet and see if that just helps. It's just,
Yeah, probably a good idea, cuz.
it's just, I don't want to have to fucking put up with this for the...
You paid your bill, cuz. But you're in the low data mode right now. Just running that fucking 1 megabyte per hour sort of internet. Good luck downloading anything, cuz. Did you catch the
how's that
Canberra
now?
game, cuz? Oh,
I
cuz.
did, guys.
That's chalk and cheese. Chalk and cheese. Here we go.
Alright, bang. Alright,
Yes.
well, that was just some technical difficulties. It could still be a bit laggy, but we'll see.
It is still a little laggy, but we're fine, cuz.
Are we
We
gonna
can,
be
we
alright?
can make you out now. Yeah, I think we'll be fine. It'll all get edited out, cuz, anyway, like you say.
All come out in post. Yeah, the whole team. Don't mind our team.
Behind the scenes, cuz. Alright, so can you
Yeah,
just repeat what's on
going
the
on behind
agenda
the
for
scenes?
today, cuz?
Yeah,
So
okay, so
delayed
we,
as well.
we had a few big plans, and then Hen decided to sneak out to the trails and run at the big elephant track, so we had to skip last week for anyone that was wondering. This is going to be a recurring theme because me and Henry invariably will have some sort of run, and which will cut into our weekends. Either way, Hen was out
Yeah.
back, Port Mac, boots on ground, elephant trail, and Hen, how was it?
Out there. Beautiful little spot out in Port Mac.
So how long did you run, cuz? What was the distance? Oh, that's better than Maxi, right?
Yeah, not too bad.
Not shabby at all.
Almost snuck on the podium. But
Where'd you
Just
finish?
4 laps, guys.
Was there only 15 punters?
yeah.
So is this like...
It was a barebacks crew.
So, was it just men and women or together in the 15 or is it separate in groups?
There was, I think there was
Men,
2
women.
chicks.
Children.
Yeah, okay. Alright,
No,
cuz.
but Hen, you got to
So
tell them
just-
about the miler categories before you, so you guys
Yeah.
all got mixed in.
We mixed in with the 220s and so 217. I don't even know how many laps that is. 10 laps?
It's
But,
it's 8.
No, the mile. Oh yeah. 8 laps.
It's just
Yeah,
2
yeah,
of
yeah.
yours, and then the miler's 6.
Yeah, milers was a 27k loop, so we
Yeah.
got mixed in with those guys.
Yeah.
And yeah, they were all out of sorts. They had 15.
So they started the
They had
Friday
15
morning,
lads. Yeah, they started.
and Hen
7
started the
p.m.
Saturday
Friday.
morning.
Oh, fuck.
So we just came out
You
hot.
guys
we saw
fresh
this.
and you're seeing these fuckers running around.
Hen just got dropped in, boots on ground.
Yeah, we
They
came
were
that
out
would've-
hot.
fucking...
I would have
Those-
felt real...
Those lads were not happy. They were like, fucking Just
This
ran
is
through
what-
the night, and they're like, "Fuck, these guys coming in all fresh." Like, how is it out there, guys?
How's it been? Jesus. Okay, so
Yeah, they had 15,
Alright.
I had 12 pulled out. They were down to the last 3.
why was it such a small crew for? Was this
'Cause
just like
it's
is this a
just-
Canberra crew or is this just across Australia or
No, this is national.
so national? And then they had 15 people show up.
Yeah. It's
Jesus Christ.
one of the better years. It's
Okay.
like, it's just a known shit track.
She up and down or pretty
Just
flat?
up and down. And it's just the 27k loop, so I think that's why they get so many people to pull out, because it's so easy. You finish a loop and you're like, I'm not fucking
Start
going
again.
back out there. Like, fuck that.
Yeah, that's fair. So there's really nothing, once you do the first 27, there's nothing really new that you see in. No new sites, and
They
it really
switch
gives
it
a
up,
shit.
run back the other way, so that's a bit of a shake-up. You can see
Massive
everything
shake-up.
see everything in reverse.
And so
I
once
I didn't know they were doing that. So when I was running, I got to the second one, I was like, okay, fuck. Well, like, it doesn't really shake it up, because you're like, the downhills now become uphills, it's just...
Yeah. yeah.
Nothing
But then,
too surprising.
so once you finish the second 27, then you just run the other way again. Jesus Christ. Oh, well done, guys. 100Ks in the books. Is that your first 100? Second 100?
That
And
one
how
was-
much faster did you beat your time by?
I 4 hours
Yeah,
longer.
okay.
So,
What, 4 hours longer this one or the last one? 4 hours longer than your last run at 100Ks.
yeah.
What the fuck happened, cuz? Dropped the ball there, cuz.
Yeah, I dropped the ball.
Jesus. What's your fastest time at 100, cuz? No clue. Well, this is going to be a real pain in the ass.
Yeah, I'm gonna flick back.
Because what's going on in GC right now?
Maybe that was just.
Someone's been
Yeah, I'm flicking back. Just one sec. All right, there we go.
Someone's been doing some excavations in GC and accidentally clipped the old fiber optic lines.
Yeah, this is why
well
we've
done,
got to
guys.
be crack of
Well
dawn
done.
before anyone
100.
hops on the internet.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I don't know what you're doing this morning, but you're stuffing this around.
that's
Anyway, good effort to Hen.
Absolutely.
He's coming up GC. We've got the Scenic Rim coming up in 2 weeks. And
Very good.
it's going to be a cheeky 105. I'll be out there.
It's coming up real quick.
yeah.
Maybe
true.
it's 3.
I think it's 3.
So, what do you guys do to prepare for training? What's the goal? So,
Yeah,
you're
it's
doing
the-
100K runs, or you're only doing like
Nah, you
you
do a
should-
couple 30s. I
Yeah,
love a lot of 20s.
yeah.
Just get out there as frequently as possible.
So I was asking, guys, what's your fastest time compared to Hen on the old 100?
Well, I mean, I got the silver buck, so that's that.
What does that mean? Because
You don't want to know, because for
So you
those
say-
that know, they know. All right, let's
you
just leave it
say
at that.
you
For
say your
those that
times
know,
are
they know.
pretty comparable.
Sure,
Yeah,
pretty
'cause-
much the same thing, except one silver,
Well,
one
if
bronze.
Hen's saying he ran 100 in 4 hours less than 19, so that's 15 hours. You ever been faster than 15 hours, cuz?
Well, if you knew what a silver buck was, because you'd have already answered that question.
I'll have to look it up later, because don't really
No,
care
anyways.
enough about it. To be
Yeah,
Really
pretty
good
classic.
bucks.
This I'm heading back out to the ring to get the laps in, and this chick wanted to go for a run with me, and she's like, "Oh, I'll come out to the trails. What are you doing?" I'm like, "Yeah, you're welcome to come out. Got a nice little loop.
just a fast 40.
Like it's just about 17 k's. I do it twice. You can join me on the second one if you want, or you can just do both.
Yeah,
No
come pace me
response.
for the second.
Let me
Fuck
know
off,
when
mate.
you hit.
I'm
I was talking
absolutely
about
not doing
5Ks.
that.
Just the old beach run, cuz. GC to Broadbeach.
Coming
Yeah.
out for the loops.
Just the first 5 loops.
Yeah,
That
it's the
run is
best.
so strong.
What do you see out there?
You just...
Just fire
fucking-
trail.
Yeah, fire trail the whole time. It's a piece of shit.
It's rocky.
Yeah.
It's up and down.
It's tough to keep your footing.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
okay.
absolutely.
Good crowd
Anyway,
there.
So it's all things runs. Well, it's all in the work up to that. We got double mailers coming up at the end of the year. I got Gramps and Hen's got Cuzzy. So yeah, that'll be good.
I guess that sounds good. Alright, for anyone watching the Yocast podcast, just be wary of Maxie's internet. So if there is any cutouts, it's just technical difficulties from his side. So we'll persist. So let's get stuck into the news, boys. What about so as I was telling Maxie, I was on the plane, just logging into the plane Wi-Fi, and just had the old spams about Trump shooting.
Yep.
And
you got it up in the air.
Yeah, I got it up in the air. So pretty shocking, actually. I was reading through a few stories, and I was like, Jesus, he's one lucky boy.
Extremely lucky. Yeah. Let's do a detailed breakdown of actually.
I was going to say, what do you think about first of all, obviously a lot of news coming out about the Secret Service not doing a good enough job. What are your thoughts there, cuz?
Kimberly Cheadle,
that's
the director
right,
of the Secret Service. Yeah, I watched an interview with her. And watching the interview, I was like, she's talking about how the roof was crooked. That's why they couldn't have Secret Service up on there, and they couldn't get that cleared. Credit to she's saying credit they could make the decision on their own to neutralize the threat. And then I was like, what the hell is she talking about? And then did a research, and everyone's just like, get her out of there. Like, a million headlines just being like, how is she talking about the roof was crooked as an excuse? They literally had police inside that building that he was on top of.
Yeah. I saw some videos as well where there was just fucking people on the side, like towards the side of the building, just taking videos of this kid on the roof, and the cops had already pulled him up once as well. Apparently, like he didn't have the weapon on him at the time.
But police an hour before they took photos of him.
Yeah,
sent him around. This guy's a possible threat. He looks sus. They lost him for 20 minutes, and then 40 minutes again. 40 minutes before he happened, they saw him with a rangefinder scoping out the building, and they're like, okay, this looks pretty sus again.
What the fuck is this?
Him. And then they lost him again, and then just like 5 minutes before it happened, a policeman popped his head up and saw him, and then he turned around, and then that was when he started taking shots.
Yeah. Yeah, because I remember seeing or reading that the copper did put his head up, and then he fell back because the guy pointed the rifle at him, so he's fallen back off the roof, and then he just started popping off shots. So pretty insane.
Yeah, they saw him skulking around the metal detectors, and then they went up to him, and then he just like disappeared into the crowd.
Had it for 20 minutes.
Like, has he got a rifle on his back at this point? Like, what's his setup here?
Yeah, but first of all, where is he keeping the rifle?
Yeah.
And anyway,
just the rifle on the back, rangefinder in hand.
Yeah. It all sounded a bit sus to me, but good to see the old boys still kicking. So
6:05 was when Trump got up on stage. And 6:11 was when the first shots went out. So it was like 6 minutes in, and then 20 seconds after those shots fired, the snipes across the over on the bleachers took him out.
Yeah, okay.
Well, in their defense, the Secret Service have come out and said, if we saw a guy up on the roof, and if we took him out, and it turned out that it was just a civilian trying to get a good view of Trump up on the roof, we would be having a very different conversation.
Yeah, I mean, I could understand that as well.
Like a civilian with a sniper.
But I'm like, but what about the gun?
Yeah.
It's not like, that could be a viewing spot. Like he's
just brought his gun and his scope out just so he can get a real good view of Trumpy. He wasn't planning on shooting at anyone.
I mean, this is Butler, Pennsylvania. I don't know what they're like down there. I don't know what the people are like. So, But yes,
Yeah.
I
Let's
am
not talk
suspicious of that.
ill of Butler, Pennsylvania. Like we might get some pretty strong viewers from there. I'm sure they're a lovely folk down there.
They have, to our viewership from Butler, shout out.
Yeah.
Great community response. Notice that Trump did actually applaud them because the crowd did not stampede. It was a huge crowd. I don't know how many tens of thousands of people were there, but they didn't stampede. They all turned around and actually identified the shooter and started pointing at him.
Yeah.
Which is a very unique thing.
I reckon all those guys at the Trump rally, they've been around guns before. They've seen a few shootings in their time. They know what's going on. Know not to run, and know not to obviously to cause any dramas. So it was good to see that how many people ended up getting killed / injured?
So there's 3 people hit. 1 died, obviously. Cora, the former firefighter, and then the other 2 that were injured are making a pretty good recovery. But if you actually look at how it was set up, the bleachers were kind of circling the stand, and Corey was on to Trump's right on that bleacher across from him, and then someone behind him got wounded, and then someone on the far left. So it was super spread out. So just started. He probably took one decent shot and then started firing when the sniper started shooting back at him. Do you reckon? Or? I don't know. He was shooting from across at the at that AGR car park place building, and he was coming across at an angle. So to get to the stand, he kind of had to go through the bleacher on the right. So
okay.
I think that just the angle just meant that he had to kind of go through the bleachers.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if you look at those detailed breakdowns of having, if Trump hadn't turned to look at those border crossing charts,
it would have gone straight through. Yeah. It wouldn't have been good. It would not have been good. Honestly, some divine power intervened there because he is very, very fucking lucky. Very lucky. Well, so do you think this helps his chances becoming president? Or
His nation attempt was run very good in 1981, and so how that impacted his re-election and presidential running was everyone it was just.
Reagan in 81, that's when he actually got hit in the chest.
He got hit 5 times in the chest.
Jesus Christ!
And the guy didn't even go to prison. He did because he was just insane. His motive was he wanted this will get him recognized by some female actress.
Yeah, JD Foster.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Interesting. Jodie Foster, that's the Silence of the Lamb girl?
He had an obsession with Jodie Foster, and he was doing it for her. And then he fired a couple of shots. His personnel, one of them got mortally wounded and was crippled for life. And then Reagan went to push for a bill that would to more strengthen gun control a little bit, including you have to be registered, 5-day cool off period and all that. But so he actually did come out on top when he went to the polls.
You're right. That's what led to the more stringent screenings for gun control, and let's not give people with mental disability access to firearms.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It didn't work as well for Bush. He did have a grenade thrown at him in Georgia in 2005, and fortunately it just didn't go off. It was wrapped up in a handkerchief, and it didn't go off.
Didn't go off. Well, very
lucky. It was
lucky.
Tossed at him in a big crowd, so that was extremely lucky. Yeah,
did not see that.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And then prior to that, the big attempts were the Roosevelt's 1912 and 1933. So there haven't actually been that many assassination attempts, but the successful ones, obviously JFK. I do want to shout out that assassination, because does this to you guys look like a bit of foul plays going on here? Like we said, how did this guy get up onto the roof? Why did they let him get so far in the first place? These guys are professionals, and this guy's a 20-year-old kid.
Yeah.
Do we see any comparisons here to Lee Harvey Oswald?
I was thinking that too. I was having a chat to Vix about that. Now, see, are you saying foul play from the Democrats?
Well, the politicians are not happy with how this was all handled, and they're launching a huge surge into the FBI and the Secret Service handling of it.
Yeah.
They've already conducted 200 interviews, and if you look at a few things there, you do wonder: could they have permitted this kid to get as far as he did? Did they turn a blind eye? And the question is, why would they want that?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Like, so the Secret Service is employed by the president. Is that correct?
Correct. So it was actually started by Lincoln.
Yeah.
Back in the day. It was originally actually for counterfeit terrorism, but then it's actually a little bit ironic because he's established the Secret Service and then just days later he got assassinated himself.
Yeah.
And then the Secret Service, was then changed to be, so Lincoln. The Secret Service then, its official role has been high security protection for the president and their families.
Yeah. Look, I think the conspiracy theorists at the moment will be going absolutely insane with news stories coming out, and I don't know. It really depends. There's a few things out of the States, big ones at 9/11, and all of these things. I wouldn't put it past them, the Democrats, to obviously, or even not Democrats, but someone inside the government that said, there's a good chance that we're going to lose this. Let's see if we can do something about it. The other one is obviously the conspiracy theorists I've been reading as well about, was from Trump's side. I just don't know if he would allow a bullet to nip his ear and a chance to be re-elected. I feel like that's probably been insane.
Those ones are insane. They're like, it was a ploy by Trump. It's like, turn at this exact moment and we'll nick your ear. It's like, go for like the arm or like go for an artery. Let's not...
I kind of feel like that's a bit on the nose, that one. I just can't imagine that Trump would have okayed. Oh yeah, that's fine. You guys, if I turn at this second and use fire and clip my ear, that's
fine.
I'm
absolutely not paying that at all. I was to do a bit of a Cliff Notes summary of the JFK, because there are a few similarities here that I do want to highlight. So obviously Dallas motorcade, driving along, bang, and then. There's all these conspiracies that have come out about Lee Harvey Oswald because he's a 24-year-old Marine vet, and he is, it's theorized that he was set up, yada yada yada, and then obviously he was killed, assassinated, killed himself a few days later. So there was never really a chance to conduct a proper trial. Then there's all the conspiracies surrounding witnesses in the building of the book depository that he was in, and that they actually didn't see anyone coming down the stairs because he was supposed to be on level 6. All the issues with the directions of the bullet coming through, with initially thinking that it was a single bullet that went through JFK and then the person sitting in front of him, and somehow that went through his neck, and then the person's chest in front of him and into his wrist. That single bullet theory, which just was pretty much impossible. And then all the issues with the entry and exit wounds. He had holes in his head and then holes in his neck. Autopsy, they weren't able to identify key things and they had to keep going back to it. And then they thought there was body tampering. All this real shady shit that went down. And the theories are that JFK was making big changes to foreign policy. He was looking at places like Cuba and Congo and supporting those democratic leaders trying to withdraw troops from Vietnam. And the question is, was the CIA involved there and wanting to intervene there so they could promote the military-industrial complex? And furthermore, Lee Harvey Oswald was almost the perfect plant because he'd been, when you went into his military history, they'd put him onto bases in Japan and also into Russia. And could there have been further foreign influence in terms of affecting things there? If you look at this kid, he's a 20-year-old kid, no military history. So also someone that could be highly manipulable. But Trump's made some pretty big changes, and pretty big statements with how he's going to intervene in the Russia-Ukraine conflict. He keeps going on about how much he hates Taiwan and China. And then obviously he's saying that he can resolve the Israel-Gaza conflict overnight.
Yeah.
So there's so many moving parts to this that I think it just begs the question of how this 20-year-old was able to get up into this rooftop and just start firing bullets.
Yeah. No, I tend to agree, especially that close to the president. It wouldn't surprise me if there was some foul play there. It really wouldn't. But I don't think it's anything we're ever going to figure out or we ever told about, unfortunately.
Hypotheticals, if the shot landed, I hate to explore hypotheticals, but I think it is worth a mention. How do you think that would have played out? What would have the Republicans done? Would have they called up Nikki Haley?
I think it would have been a lot more severe than that, to be fair. I think there would have been a few states that could have implemented a sort of martial law. I honestly think the implications to the United States, if Trump got shot, there would have been a lot of rioting that could have got a lot worse than that as well. I think there would have been a lot of Republican states, with Texas as well, when they kind of implemented their own National Guard to stop those people coming across the border. I feel like there would have been some serious repercussions to the states if Trump did get shot and the bullet landed.
And
I don't know what Biden could have done. Like anything, there's just so many angles the Republicans could have taken. Like they would have just fed into the conspiracies that it was a ploy by the left or the right. And
that's the knee-jerk reaction, isn't it?
Yeah.
If he actually got taken out, it's either foreign powers or the Democrats. But it would have been like it was so close, and it just that's the first thing I thought of. I'm like, if that shot landed, what would have the world looked like?
Yeah, in a different multiverse, I reckon, that bullet landed. I reckon there would be some serious repercussions to the United States and then the rest of the world. I think, we're probably pretty lucky to not find out because I think the States... I don't think it would have gone that far, but I think that the States would be in almost a civil war sort of situation. I actually think there would have been... It would have been heading towards a civil war.
Would be doing this from bunkers right now.
We would be under the Brucey River right now, just hard.
On Monday, this coming Monday, they've got the hearing with Kimberly in front of what exactly went down.
So Kimberly,
and why?
Is she in charge? Is she first in command? Like, why is she getting all the pressure?
She's the director of the Secret Service.
Yeah.
So she's director. She wasn't actually there, boots on ground.
No, she wasn't. I don't have all the details yet, but it was a very, very short period of time between when they notified her about the possible threat and when he was neutralized. And there was an hour there of multiple mishaps. All right.
Is
this going to be live broadcast?
It will be live, yeah. And the Senate hearings are always live, because they're live hearings.
I'm actually extremely keen to watch this.
Tune in, see what she's got to say. Could be interesting.
They just put in a chick as director to meet gender targets. Yeah. Everyone's just get her out of there.
Yeah, there's been a lot of that floating around.
I'm sure there is women in her position that could do her role quite well, but obviously she was. It'll be interesting to see what she has to say. Really would be.
Into the conspiracy theories, I hope at least. I don't know,
There's no chance.
It should at least clarify some stuff. If it's,
Yeah. Well, she's got a few days to get her story straight with everyone else, so it's going to be, I don't think the conspiracy theorists are going to be happy with that, but we'll see.
Yeah, I think ultimately because the shot didn't land, we can move on quicker. Whereas with that Warren Commission and everything and how that was handled, that just spawned a huge thing of movies and conspiracy theories and things that were just never ending. Whereas this, at least we can just say incompetent Secret Service stuff, They're supposed to be a heavily armed tactical force, and there was just nothing professional about them. I mean, to the sniper, took him out within 20 seconds, but still.
Yeah. No, he did. He got the job done in the end, but why was he allowed to make the first shot in the first place? So,
yeah,
that's the ultimate question. I think a lot of people have asked.
It was good to watch him come up on stage just yesterday, and at the Republican convention, and he did like a 10-minute breakdown. He said this is the only time I'm ever going to talk about it again, because it's actually pretty traumatizing. And I'm like, you know what? You're not wrong.
Yeah, no, fair play to him. Like, that is 100%. It would be very traumatizing.
Yeah.
I like the fact that he got out on the course, clear his mind the next morning. I think that was a smart play, but
I think that's what you need.
I think it's one of those things that you just don't want to keep on bringing up. I agree. Out on round of 18 will clear up any problems.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
So then we see the choice of JD Vance as VP. Pretty big call. Trump had a lot of people there, a lot of options, and he went with the option of the young millennial JD Vance for the endorsement of vice president.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
Where's he out of?
Takeaways. He's out of like the Rust Belt somewhere. That's like where he's from. So his like hillbilly elegy book is of him growing up in the Rust Belt. I'm actually I'm not sure. I'd actually have to double check exactly where that's from. Yeah. But now he's the Republican senator for where exactly? I'm not sure.
I'll have a look, guys. But yeah, it is. I think it's a good idea. Obviously, fucking, he's got the military training in there. It is just he's a strong choice.
Yeah,
and I think a lot of people will rally behind him. So he's out of Middletown, Ohio.
So that's where he's born. But then he got the Senate for. So he got the Senate for Ohio. Nick.
Yeah.
Anyways.
It's
JD Vance. Strong choice. I agree. Yeah. Strong. He's brings a lot of youth to the table.
Yeah.
It really drives that's his whole thing, and that's it's just so good for Trump's case.
Well, he's a lawyer, isn't he? He was a lawyer. He's a lawyer. He did study.
That's right.
Yeah, he graduated from Yale.
He was a Yale graduate, and then he became a venture capitalist.
Yeah.
I agree that he's got the youth, he's got the intellect, he could target some of those younger voters. But then you read into a little bit more, and it's probably more because of his connections and his cash.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of friends, and a lot of people like him. So he's got a lot of media and industry figure supports. Musk, Carlson, Sachs. They all.
He hasn't got a massive net worth, though, does he? He's only worth about 5 to 10, I'm pretty sure. But he's
made a lot of big investments. But he's got a lot of friends. Even Donald Trump Jr. is good mates with him. And apparently, Trump was looking into endorsing this other senator who's like the richest senator. I forgot his name, Doug or something. And then DT Jr. was just like, that's a real stupid idea.
Yeah. Get the working class man in there. Get the one that's been around the books.
Yeah.
Seen a few things. Done his time in the military.
It's done his time.
I think it's a good choice. I think strong choice. I think a lot of people will rally behind him as well. And I think ultimately he is a great choice for when, obviously, Trump eventually finishes his tenure. I think he'll be a strong choice for the presidency as well.
He's the first Marine vet to be nominated for VP.
Yeah.
No, really? First Marine vet?
Yeah, it's good. It's good to see. Very good to see. Kamala Harris is definitely VP for Biden, right?
Oh,
yeah.
Sure. Couldn't waste the time that is though.
Well, in ways of what do you mean, Gus? Is it as a woman president for the United States, or just as general? We're not democrats here. We're Trump supporters all the way.
We bleed red, boys.
Fair
So yeah,
enough,
JD
Kez.
Vance, he does actually have a few, his foreign policy is a little bit questionable from what I've seen, but I actually haven't looked into the fine print of it, and it's just probably just media slander. But, he's not supporting the Ukraine funding efforts. He's wanting to, withdraw support of that. And
I've got
it's very, America first, sort of, anti-China.
I don't know. I feel like, okay, maybe Ukraine-Russia war still needs a bit of ongoing support, but what about Elbow just offering up, I think it was $250 million in support for Gaza? I got a question in a time when Australia is going through its worst cost of living crisis in the world. Was that money well spent? Or is it just a political stunt because obviously everyone's so pro-Palestine, everyone, supporting Palestine, who gives a shit about Israel sort of thing? Yeah. Is it smart just going and offering up? Is it a political stunt just to go, we're seen doing something, $250 million to Gaza,
Yeah, I think 250 million in the grand scheme of things isn't actually that much, but I do agree where the intentions are at there. I mean, if you look at how much money they burn, that's like 2 days worth of stuffing around with these frigates. So,
I think that's true, but I think it was the biggest amount of aid support that Gaza has received from any country.
Has it really?
Yeah,
250 mil. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think personally that is probably... I'd rather see money go toward Gaza than the Ukraine-Russian conflict at this stage because I feel like there's a much more intense humanitarian crisis going on at Gaza. I don't know how well or effective that money will be spent, but it's such a tiny pinch point there, and I know that those hospitals are just non-existent anymore, and there's such a huge crisis of people that need care that I would like to think that could make a pretty big impact. Whereas the Russia and Ukraine... Yeah, you go.
Is that... If where is that money going to go, and who's going to be in control of that money? If Hamas is really running a lot of what's happening in Gaza and controlling what's happening in Gaza, then where's the money going?
Is it just general dynamics? Are Super's going to get a few more points up?
Yeah, probably. You're not wrong, cuz. Jesus.
Yeah, so I'm actually pretty stoked JD Vance coming in as VP. If you haven't read his book, I'd strongly recommend it. I read it back in the day, and it's
they got a movie out as well, no?
They got the movie.
Let's just cut out the book, please.
Yeah, cut the book bullshit out. Let's just go
straight to the blockbuster. Yeah, who needs the book?
The book,
but yeah.
Is it on audiobooks, guys?
I think it's on Netflix, guys.
Speakers. Even better.
It's your classic hero story, the comeback kid, and he's just like, fuck this, I'm going to go sign up at the Marines. And then he comes back and he just launches through law school and starts kicking doors.
When you're in the US military, it does open a lot of doors actually for you. Into obviously Yale. A lot of the big unis I was reading about that your chances of getting in after you've served your country go through the roof.
Yeah.
Because a lot of military people don't go and then go, oh, actually I'll become a lawyer. So, yeah.
Graduate with honours, I'm pretty sure, so.
Yeah, smart guy. No two ways about it.
The youth making politics at this stage.
Yeah. What is he? He's about 40 years old.
He's 39.
39. Half the age of Biden. Actually, more than half.
Crazy that he's 39. When you think about it. To achieve that much, and we're not that far off being 39.
8 years to go, cuz.
We're gonna have in our resumes a couple of years episodes.
Once the Yoko's podcast gets up to 100 million subscribers, that's what we'll put on the resume. Yeah. We get up to there. We've supported the world through some pretty accurate news reporting. I think that'd be a big tick on the resume.
Yeah, we're doing our bit. And it's only getting better, lads. I do want to just close out touching on Taiwan and Japan because we saw a bit of turbulence with Nvidia.
Haven't had a tough time. Bit of a tough time. I ended up selling out half, keeping the other half up the sleeve for when the resurgence happens. But yeah, it's interesting to see. There should have been a correction. To be fair, the correction wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I think at the moment it'll be tough for it to. Uh, I think it will stay pretty stagnant for a while until the election's finished.
Yeah,
And then
needs to build up a bit more momentum.
yeah, and we'll see what happens after that. But at the moment,
Sitting at 117 US, yeah.
yeah,
And
Yeah.
down from its peak of like 134.
Yeah.
So my question is, where's the dip? Where's it going to bottom out? I think maybe 80 might have been a bit generous, but still.
80, I'm still making a profit, cuz. But that being said, I think the dip's gonna. I don't think it dips below 110. I think it'll stay stagnant for a long time. I think there'll still be a lot of people buying into it, so it will hold its price. Everyone wants that gold rush sort of feeling, so I think there'll still be a lot of people buying in. I don't.
They're not going to scan profit for the next thing.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see it.
I think it will stay pretty much the same. There's too many people buying into it now. I was looking at the need for data centers and people transferring from crypto to AI and that big push that's leading from the Bitcoin halving.
Yeah.
It's not going anywhere. Your money's safe,
Yeah,
guys.
and the quarterly
I
profits
would have
coming
kept
out
it
pretty
in that. I'm surprised you pulled out
I
half.
got out when it was 125, so it wasn't too bad. And to be fair, I probably will just go and buy again, but I wanted to just get the profits in.
Yeah, get the money in the bank. It's
Get
fair.
the money in the bank and then go from there. Never know what's going to come around the corner, so better have it in the bank.
Yeah.
Not a bad call.
Yeah. And I found it interesting that TSMC from Taiwan, they've actually put in a factory into Japan, which is one of the few companies that have actually invested into Japan.
Yeah.
And that all links into why the yen right now, it just keeps tumbling and tumbling. With the Bank of Japan, they've just sold off some big foreign currency reserves in an attempt to boost up the yen.
Yeah.
But they're really the outlier. No one really invests in Japan, and Japan reinvests its profits from its offshore investments in more offshore enterprises.
Yeah.
So I find it interesting that that's going to just continue to happen in Japan, and there's not a lot you can really do about it economically.
Why did they
Japan-
choose?
Not sure.
No,
I'm really not sure.
It's because they were giving. I think there's a lot of companies at the moment. Japan are giving a lot of companies, if they invest into Japan, a lot of rebates on a lot of things.
Okay.
Just because the problem with Japan at the moment is they've got a dying population and it's quite severe, and that's why the yen's just dropping like crazy at the moment. Is because of that. I think the numbers out of there it's not great at all for them. So anything they can do to get new companies and get new people into Japan,
They're
kids.
They're really laxing their immigration laws as well for the first time in history, trying to boost just the labour market because of that reason, exact same reason. So I think
sense.
the yen's going to keep crashing. I think it's currently at 105 yen to the Aussie dollar, which is like the best it's been.
Yeah.
Well, it's not quite as good as it was a few months ago, but that was like the best it's been since 1990. So heading over there now is like just unbelievable.
It's just a free trip for you.
Yeah, you pretty much make money going over there.
Yeah. So free hotels, free everything. It's all absolutely. But yeah, it is interesting. I think you'll see a lot more companies doing it as well. And why not? Japan's quite a stable country. Really hasn't had, no threats from China, no threats from anyone really. I think you kind of safeguarded there where
I wonder if that's why TSMC are doing that, like they're pivoting out of Taiwan.
Yeah, safeguarded.
They see the writing on the wall.
Well, they'd have a lot more being boots on the ground there as well. Like they could, there'd be a lot more perceived threats from them as well. So, yeah, could be a good call. Might turn out very profitable for him in the end.
Exactly, guys. All right, lads. Well, good catching up on the headlines there. Want to roll into sports? Anything else?
Hit us with it, guys.
All things space. Terranet. Did you guys catch that?
Terranet.
Yeah, Terranet, WA, Z company, revolutionizing communication.
Okay.
They're using ground stations, using lasers. It transfers data at thousands of gigabits per second.
Yeah.
So revolutionary coming out of.
It's the same boys that did the Figo experiments, or they're different. The gravitational wave boys.
They're probably in the mix.
Just go get boots on the ground, cuz.
I might have to go check it
Wait,
out.
so this Terranet guys, they're going to improve comms.
Communication. Very
It's
good.
like 1,000-fold increase in the amount you can actually transfer and the time it takes by using lasers instead of radio waves.
It's a good idea.
It's the first
So
thing they've actually
obviously
done.
it just travels by light. Fucking hell,
Yeah.
that's wild.
Yeah,
So, boys are
and
boys have
there's a
figured
few
that out.
things that big impact for it. Obviously, if you have any cloud
The clouds,
cover,
yeah,
you
probably
can't do it. So they've stuck this thing on a Jeep that you can just drive around.
Why is that 1,000 times faster than radio waves, which is speed of light as well?
Radio waves, do they travel at speed of light?
Yeah, it's on the electromagnetic spectrum.
They've got to they've stuck this thing on a Jeep that they can just drive around and just bounce it around. So
Maybe it's about the size of data you can actually transfer.
Yeah,
Sort of
maybe
laser
file
compared to a
size.
radio wave. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I'd imagine
you're right.
the just changes in the frequency,
Yeah.
because radio waves
Yeah.
have a really big frequency.
Yeah. It's interesting though. So they've stuck it on a Jeep so they can drive it out to clear skies.
they can do it, really.
So who are they communicating with?
Right now it's a German, and Germany's going to roll it out as well.
Bang.
Yeah, okay.
And then, it's going to go WA. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's sick. Starlink,
Viper.
are they interested?
Starlink, I'm sure we'll have a look at it. I don't see why not.
Yeah,
They probably do their own though.
yeah.
There's the problem these days is that once something goes to market, it's copied pretty fucking rapidly. Yeah.
Oh,
Just roll
SpaceX
shift.
and Tesla, I'm fairly sure that's all open patent. So I think
Yeah.
they've done that intentionally.
Yeah. Yeah, not a bad idea.
Yeah. Vibes?
I'm after spending about $500 million on it.
Yeah, just small change.
They're
What
going
was that
to...
exactly? Oh shit, that's off.
That's off. So...
But isn't Tesla? I mean, well, Tesla's doing that anyway.
SpaceX.
Yeah, they're still
SpaceX
doing
wants
little
to run
pockets of it.
Yeah.
But the whole part about sending kind of like a golf cart up there and sussing out the water and the ice and taking samples, that's off. But they're doing side
Setting up
missions.
the round of 18 up there.
Yeah, just get the round of 18 ready to go. Could be interesting. I wonder what you need. You need a gravity ball or something like that. You need some weighty clubs to have a round up on the moon. Yeah. But look, need some strong clubs, boys. Okay. Interesting. So just half a billy down the drain. Nice.
More for all things space, we've got Starliner.
Yeah.
That's also, they've been stuck now for multiple weeks. They're just forgetting the Boeing Starliner now. They're looking at just sending up another one to get them home.
Yeah. Probably
So they
cheaper.
got enough rations? Like, what's their rations like? How long can they last?
I think they just leave it pretty much constantly
Yeah.
well stocked. I think
Yeah.
they'll be all right. But
And
it's
who
like
is 2 people?
that was 2 people. They were supposed to come back, I think June, and now it's looking like late August.
Yeah.
Shit.
Okay.
So it's like
Well, it's not too bad. They can survive in space for a while. That'll be fine. That'll be fun.
Yeah, it's just non-stop for Boeing.
Yeah,
But
but
they
at the
did-
moment
they-
we're really struggling.
they cut deal with Emirates. Did you guys catch that?
No, what happened?
One bill.
One bill.
Emirates bought a bunch of 737s.
Yeah, they must have got a good deal.
Yeah.
I
Got
think
them
it's a
on
good
the
time
cheap.
to buy if
Yeah.
If you,
you're going to be buying. But one bill's one bill.
One bill's
that's
one
true.
bill.
Hasn't really had an effect on their share price, though, unfortunately.
In a while,
But, interesting. I think Boeing are going to be struggling up against that new A321 Neo anyway.
Yeah.
Apparently that plane is the
Neo.
dream. But talking about that, they're running flights from from Sydney to New York now, Brisbane to London as well. Just straight flights.
Yeah.
Longest flights in history, I think 22 and 21 hours. So,
Yeah.
yes, could be interesting. Interesting times ahead.
Yeah, they open as well, direct.
Yeah. Smart plan.
That's only a nice 17 hours or something. Not
Yeah.
too bad.
Nice and quick. Did you guys get affected by the outage yesterday? Global outage? Any problems there? No. Hospital was fine? Yeah, okay. Right. That's good. Good to see, guys. Yeah, I don't think there's much news. There's a company that they use, I forget the name of them now, but
someone just tried to
they were doing something, and anyway, all the people that use this product, and apparently there's a hell of a lot of people, obviously, especially airlines. Just went belly up, and that was it. 3 hours, global outage. I think it affected Coles or Woolworths or someone like that as well.
Yeah,
what was
3
it called?
hours.
CrowdStrike, that's right. Yeah.
CrowdStrike.
Yeah.
More than 3,000 flights grounded.
Yeah.
Financial servers, retailers, media companies also affected by disruptions.
Yeah.
So some guy just hit the refresh.
Yeah. Wrong input. That was it. Game over.
No one could log in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was what they call it. They described it as the blue screen of death. I think that was it. Everyone thought it was a Microsoft problem. Bad. It was just these guys.
Yeah, they thought because it affected the operating system, but behind it was CrowdStrike. It's crazy how dependent we are on these IT nerds. Like one wrong button and we're stuffed.
I was seeing in America they were doing boarding passes, so just bringing boarding passes out, and then there's writing their seat number, the name on them, and all of this.
Just the good old fashioned pen and paper.
Back to the good old days.
Yeah,
I actually don't mind still know how to write.
Yeah. Throw away your smartphones.
Yeah.
Got a pen.
Yeah.
It's work.
Complete darkness. It's not too bad. Not too bad at all. So let's get into some sporting news. So we can wrap this up.
With F1, surely.
F1, absolutely. Big news out of F1.
When I saw your 5-star reviews of Silverstone, I was like, you know what? Put away the highlights. Let's sit down and watch this whole thing start to finish and do it.
It was a great race. An absolutely great race. Good to see Ham get it done. You could see, just the emotion in the poor bugger as well. I've never seen someone cry for that long, to be fair, but it was good to see him get back on the top step. Pretty close race in the end, obviously. Verstappen's coming at him at a rate of knots. I think Hamilton managed it quite well, though. I think he still had a bit in the tank, so he's done well there. Absolutely.
Yeah. It was a sensational race. So many elements to it. Obviously, the rain coming in midway through, and everyone just holding off to go to Inters. Yeah. Everyone's fucking scared. Zach Brown gets the call in pit wall live lap 2. They're like, keep it simple, guys. Like, Zach, what does that mean? It means keep doing what we're doing.
Yep, no changes there. Zach Brown, the no-nonsense American, just fucking
do what the rain does and act accordingly. Like, that's exactly right, guys. That is exactly right.
Notable mentions, obviously, George Russell, the poor bugger. Home race, got absolutely shafted.
Get a break. Second or third time that's happened in Silverstone?
Yeah, he's pretty tough. Yeah, second time happened and third DNF, I think. So, can't catch a break at all, the poor bugger. Obviously, he was probably on... I think he got a bit unlucky with the rain too. I think Ham was a bit faster than him in the rain, so obviously Hamilton got past him. I think George Russell probably would have taken him back. He did look like he had a bit more pace in the car. But those McLaren boys, I tell you what, in the rain, they were pretty impressive, to be fair. They had those cars really set up nicely. So, But I was happy. I can't... I was a bit emotional actually when Ham was standing on the top step. I was like, good to see it.
I think we all were.
Stocks going up in the old Lewis Hamilton poster too.
Yeah. Yep.
Jumped up line.
I think it's going to be worth a whole lot of decades.
Going up by $500, so happy with that, please.
Yeah. Yeah, huge score from Zach by leaving Piastri out there. I mean,
well, they just got shafted too.
Yeah.
Double stack would have worked out better anyway, but Yeah, poor old Piastri just gets screwed. But Hungary on this weekend.
Yeah,
I'm calling a Lando win, I think.
Lando's
Lando
up
takes
there.
it.
Lando takes it. Yep, I think so.
He is in top form.
He's in great form. He
I
is in
do want
great
to ask a
form.
bit of a technical question. When they're driving around on the Inters, do the drivers inherently know how hard they can push those to not tear them up? Like, do they have like a kind of a natural speed limit in their head, like, or can they feel it when they're starting to burn off that tire?
Yeah, they can feel. Well, there was a race I think last year or the year before. I forget where it was, but I think it was Hamilton actually. He ran those tires down to turn him into a slick, and then he was pretty quick on him as well. So I think there is a like obviously when there's still water on the track. You can't turn him into a slick straight away because then you have no grip.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
apparently he was. There was a few of them actually. It wasn't just Ham, but they ran him to a point where all the grip was gone, or like the tread was gone off him,
And now they're
and
just
now
slicks.
just running into a slick. Yeah.
Is that how you run them down? Like you've got to be a bit
Nah.
more gradual with it, or you just hammer it and it'll turn it into a slick?
No, I think if you're hammering it, it'll eventually turn into a slick. Still won't be
Yeah.
fast as a slick, obviously, because the tire's fucked.
Yeah,
But
because I imagine you'd want to be like pretty even with how you wear it down. I don't know.
Yeah. I think
Apparently you only get
ultimately
really good
this was
pull
towards
the
the end
laps
of
out
the
of it.
race. I think this was towards the end of the race, and obviously someone on the wall had seen, well, if you pit, you're going to lose 25 seconds. You're better
Yeah.
off just running it till the end.
Yeah,
But if it's still wet, you want to be cooling those slicks down pretty quickly.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a very extremely dynamic race, and having
Yeah.
all the Brits up at the front. I mean, I
Yeah, it's
can't
good
even
to see.
imagine how fucking wild that crowd would have been.
Yeah.
It was a monster of a race. I think best race of the last 2 years.
Yeah, I agree
probably.
with that. It was a brilliant race. I didn't even stop watching it. Sometimes these races just get so monotonous nowadays that you just
Yeah,
flick on your phone or whatever. But this one here, didn't pick up the phone, just tuned in. It was great. Being in the UK for it too was just nice.
Do you think Ham, because somehow he was able just to fucking turn it up and get this done, it makes me wonder how much is he actually leaving out there on the other races he's less invested on?
Yeah, it's a good point. I don't know. It seems that people in their home races seem to turn it up. I agree with you. I don't know why it's just not turned up 100% of the time for every other race, but I think now that the Mercedes even in the last few races, they've got a lot better. I think Hamilton struggled a bit. You could see Russell was faster than him in the last few races as well. I think they've got those cars both nicely locked in now, so it'd be interesting to see if he can do anything else as well.
Yeah, it makes you wonder. I'm keen to see what happens in Hungary anyway.
Yeah. What about the Euros, boys? Disappointing finish for the old Brits.
You did call it, cuz.
I did call it, unfortunately. I was a bit sad to see him go down. It was disappointing in the end, but
Yeah.
Spain were the better team. That 16 or 17-year-old, I tell you what, he is one to watch for the future from Spain.
Absolute weapon.
Jamal. Yeah.
I'm over the past. I'm sick of this. It's always coming home. It's never coming home. It's never
He'll
coming
come
home.
home because it needs
It's
to come
never
home.
coming home.
It needs to
So
come home.
I'm so sick of him. So all
What did
this,
they do
that.
to you guys? What are you upset about it for?
Fucking sick of them.
What's
They've
good?
got easily the best side.
By
And they're
far,
hopping on like it's like, they're the underdogs and they've got to clutch up to get this win. It's like, no, like, you're easily the best side here.
I think that was what was pissing me off too, is that they have the most stacked side
Yeah.
in
They had
history.
the
Like, it
best
is,
draw. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, fuck these guys.
yeah. They had by far the easiest draw. They had a absolutely mentally stacked team. Like they were crazily stacked, and then I don't know. I think, to be honest, it comes down to Southgate. I think he is an absolutely disgusting manager. Terrible
Yeah.
manager.
They
Can't get
play
it together.
just like it's so hard to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
So-
kick back, kick side,
Yeah.
kick back.
Whole
It is
possession the whole time. It's like, fucking hell.
it is tough to watch. It is boring to watch as well, to be fair.
Yeah.
Where you get Spain just coming in, Like,
Yeah, you got young guns coming in.
Yeah,
Point to
Williams
prove.
as well on the right. I think or the left. He's incredible too. Just coming in.
Yeah, bit of flair.
They play a bit of exciting football. Yeah.
And then got to the finals and lost.
Yeah.
Like it's not looking good.
No,
Too
well,
many
I agree.
chances.
The better team won. There's no two ways about it. The better team
Yeah.
won the Euros, and
And I'm
I
glad
think
it did
that's
go to
fair.
hands.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
So, Opa as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, good to see
He
him
was
on there.
he was in tears. Di Maria's last game as well for
Yeah.
Argentina.
Yeah,
Good to see.
absolutely. Absolutely.
You called that one as well because
It was an easy one, Chris. Easy one to call. Who'd you take again? Fucking
Brazil would
Ecuador.
have had a chance. Outside chance.
No chance, guys. No chance.
We got
I have fucking. Oh, but I tell you what, Scotty Scheffler. You can't ever count him out, can you?
well, did he come back? Last I was watching. Lowry
I
was
think
killing it.
no, Larry was, but then
No, Larry
Yeah.
solidified after Friday.
after Friday,
Yeah. And fucking Cammy Smith, rough day out there.
Yeah.
yes,
You know, he said, if you told me I was going
Yeah,
to score
I saw
that, I would have said it wasn't even possible. Like, yeah.
The triple bogeys, it just breaks your heart. It breaks your heart.
Yeah,
Just
head
not
in
keeping
hand,
your head
Sue
down.
Smith.
yeah, absolutely. Let me just have a quick look. I was just going to look at the Open. I think he's up at. So actually, yeah, Scotty Scheffler's 2 under. Lowry is 7 under. So you're right. I think Scotty Scheffler comes back here, boys.
Scotty Scheffler, outside
Yeah.
chance. Don't
Yeah,
mind
that's
that.
Woodsy's
so.
fucked it as well.
Woodsy,
Woodsy's-
yeah, Woodsy's gone.
Woodsy's absolutely fucked it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, him and Smith. Tough days.
Shambo's bloody eagle he did there from that putt was actually insane. And also this guy, what's his name? Burmaster. He did this bunker to hole, like fucking whacked it in. It just did you see it just bounced in? It was like unbelievable. Lots of big eagles out there,
Yeah.
in pretty rough conditions. Like it's properly
Yeah.
blowing a gale out there.
McIlroy's
What even
having
is
a
this
tough time
course?
as well.
Because
It's in Troon
yeah, it's one of the
in
links.
Scotland. Yeah, definitely a links course. Yeah,
And you played at Andrews, right?
I played at St Andrews, guys,
Yeah,
which is
okay.
the home of the Open. Has been for
It's
a
not-
while, but
obviously not there this year. But yeah.
no, definitely not there this year. I think they change it up in Scotland every now and then. Obviously, golf was created in Scotland, so
That's right, guys. But that's actually your true Scottish golf. Those conditions there, just
Yeah, yeah.
blowing a fucking gale. Everyone's rugged up. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's case.
they're always pretty low scoring. The old the Open.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's good to see.
It's good to see.
Yeah, it is good
Shakes
to
things
see.
up a bit.
Absolutely.
You
One
boys
of
got
the guys at the
something?
Olympics.
What's that?
There's a few more before we get to
You got a few more.
Keep it
Busy
coming,
Lions,
please.
guys. What do you got?
Well, the Lions, they don't seem. Will be an interesting game. I think it's Sunday.
Well,
Be an
they're 4 for
interesting
4
game.
on the trot.
Yeah,
They make good
Yeah.
good call.
yeah. I think they've got a tough game in. Who are they playing this weekend? I don't think it's going to be an easy one for them. Unfortunately, they've got. It was an interesting game last night though. But yeah, playing Sydney, top of the ladder, Sydney.
Okay.
Could
Yeah,
be
can
dicey.
they be big? What, they're 12 points up now?
Yeah, I think the Lions. What they have is the Gabba in their ring.
okay.
So
Backdraw.
yeah, they've got the Lions at the Gabba are at least they're a very strong side. Very
Yep.
very few people beat them at the Gabba. So I think at the moment the Lions favourite to win over the Swannies, but it'll be
Yeah,
interesting to see. Yeah,
Dang.
yeah,
Okay, I'll be tuning in.
yes.
What else we got making sport headlines?
I mean, Courtney putting away Hard Rock.
Yep. Not a bad call.
Yeah.
She did get it done.
Yes. She did it.
Hit her own course record. And now she's fucking on fire again. I don't know what's up next in her calendar. She had a pretty stacked 2023. I thought she was going to be taking it easy this year, but she's done Fuji, Hard Rock. Did she do Western States again?
I'm
Possibly.
not sure.
And then is she going back to UTMB? I mean, I guess we'll see.
Planned as of yet. Her crewmate's doing the one of the local 100-mile. I forget what it's called. Leadville.
Oh, doing Leadville. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Dang.
but she's just crewing that one. So, yeah, interesting to see.
Zach Miller got appendicitis like a few days out from Hard Rock, and then he was all fired up to do it anyway, and then the race director's like, no, sorry, mate. And to be honest with you, it's the right call to make. Yeah, he was geared up. He was their trackside. He's like, if they gave me the green light, I'd be out there getting it done.
That's mental.
Just like Carlos, you know, these athletes, they don't let a fucking little bout of appendicitis stop them, guys. So you should be ashamed of yourself.
Well, that's it, guys. That's it.
I'd be fishing for barramundi, I can tell you that much.
Absolutely.
See,
well,
that this weekend.
That this weekend, is it? Who you tipping? Because Jake Paul.
What did Vicky say?
Favoriting Jake Paul. I don't really get
like
it.
it.
I think, well, he is, got bigger size, bigger reach. Yeah, I don't know why you'd favour Jake Paul.
How much you bring down, guys?
What are you throwing in there, guys?
The whole thing reeks. I think a lot of people take dives.
Yeah.
And boxing's the most corrupt sport there is, so...
So you're not part with your money?
Yeah, I'm holding on to it. But I do hope Perry takes a seat happening.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, should be decent.
Yes.
Anywhere from Colin when he's coming back in?
He bought bare knuckle fighting. Sue's just been doing a bunch of press for that.
Fine.
I don't think he's coming back anytime soon.
Bare knuckle?
Yep.
It's a bare knuckle.
Fucking hell.
Jesus Christ.
It's a tough watch, honestly.
Is it?
Yeah, it's fucking brutal. Watch some highlights. It's there's teeth flying. It's like chicks do it and like they're just mangled. Like they just do a little bit of tape on their knuckles and then they just go at it.
Jeez, okay.
Yeah.
And Connor actually wants to step in the ring.
But like, why would you?
I don't actually know. Why would anyone want to do this?
So Mike Perry's the champion of bare knuckle fighting.
Yeah, okay.
That's who Jake Paul's fighting. So he's a fucking animal. And it was surprising because he actually didn't do that well in the UFC. And then he went to bare knuckle and he's just cleaned it up.
Yeah. All right. Makes you wonder.
Definitely does. Definitely does.
What else you got for us, guys?
Not much, cuz. AFL, NRL. No, not a lot of sports on at the moment, unfortunately. So is that when the opening ceremony is?
Yep, it's official kickoff.
Yeah, okay.
Man,
I do want to touch on track and field for a sec, because coming back around to, some pretty bold claims we had a few episodes ago. The mile qualifying time for the Olympics is 3 minutes 50. And you're saying you can get sub 4.
Hen's easy got sub 4.
I could get sub 4.
Easy sub 4.
So you're within spitting distance of Olympic qualifying.
I'm
Just throwing some old boots on.
Yeah.
I think
on the
honestly,
joggers,
next pod, let's get Hen out on the track. Let's get this done.
Yeah, I'll get
The
tracks out
trick
this
is going to
week.
be, can he get one lap done in under a minute? Because that'll be the only way of knowing if he's got any chance. Because he's got to get 4 laps done, 1 minute apiece.
Yep.
You follow, guys?
Yeah, I follow you, guys. I think easy he gets 1 lap done in 4 minutes. In 1 minute.
Yeah.
Can you get to that?
Yeah.
I'll get down to the AIS this weekend. Silence the haters.
I think you need to, because there's a lot of people on the pod saying that there's no chance.
Yeah, I'm
been
getting
reading
emails.
Yeah. The comments have been saying there's absolutely 0 chance. But
You're really upset with the
let's see.
community.
Let's see,
people
guys.
aren't-
All right, guys.
Got a lot to prove, guys. You know what
yeah.
the marathon time is for Olympics?
No, what is it?
What, the qualifying time? 2:30?
Let's just say I wasn't too far off.
You're saying you're not far off, guys.
I was just 50 minutes off.
50 minutes.
50 minutes.
Fucking a full hour. What are they doing it in 1 hour?
208.
2 away. You need to
Let's
half
just
the
say I
time,
wasn't too
Cuz.
far up.
I call that spitting distance.
Get a while to go, Cuz. Jesus Christ. Okay.
It's not
Yeah,
bad.
within the same hour. Not bad.
Yeah, within the same hour, so we're pretty much, we're not too not too
spitting
bad.
distance.
So what else is happening in Paris? Because did that River Seine ever pick up steam there?
No.
They actually took a dip.
She took a dip reluctantly.
Macron.
They a month before they had high levels of E. coli.
Yeah.
But she took a dip.
Swam in the E.
1.5
coli.
bill. 1.5 bill they spent on it. And,
I heard that there still was E. coli, like the levels were borderline.
Oh,
they
that'd
could
be
get rid of all the
Yeah.
all the E. coli. When she's swimming, she she doesn't look too happy to be in there. She's I think it was like a triple shower.
Did she get the head under?
She went under.
That's what you like to see.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, compared to the Ganges, pick your poison.
Pick your poison.
People swim in that all the time.
Yeah, they love it. So yeah, that was interesting. I saw the beach volleyball player, convicted rapist. He's still competing.
Yeah. Give him a break, I say. That was in the past.
Give him a break.
Like, the amount of fucking hate that guy's copped, and all, this was ages ago.
But he
and
only
then
got 4.
Look, obviously it was bad, but he went through the Justice Department and is being done through his own, due process. He doesn't have to have these fucking fatso internet trolls trying to step in and run the show here. He's done his time, he's paid his dues, alright? And he still pushed on, became like an Olympic athlete. So, he would have been copping hate every single day, people disowning him. And now it's just these leftist trolls just trying to bring him down.
He's a convicted rapist. He should be
but
copping
it's
hate.
not like he's done his time. He's done
4 years.
Man, I don't care what
years.
the sentence is. The sentence, all right, and he's done it. No. He didn't weasel out of it. He's owned up to it, and I think everyone has the right to a second chance, and especially if you go through the legal process and you pay your dues. I don't think you should be just. What do you want him to do? Just be marred for life? Go work in Macca's? What do you want him to do?
He's Olympic Village.
They can't.
Okay.
Yeah,
Put some bullshit conditions on his stay, yada yada yada. But let the guy do his job. All right.
Mm-hmm.
But that's fair enough.
I'm not saying I support his actions. I'm just saying I support the legal process, and that I don't think internet trolls should have any right to step in and run the show. Yeah, they're saying calling for further action and calling him to be banned. I'm like, fuck off, alright? That's, it's his country. He went through his own process. And now this is him here. Take a hike. Why don't you go compete in the Olympics? Then come talk to me.
Yeah, I don't know.
They get swept up in it, because, alright? They try to do this all the time. They try to pull the wool over your eyes. But you forget that,
a soft spot for him. Fuck this guy. Honestly. If he was banned from the Olympics,
don't hop on the hate train, cuz, alright?
I'm not hopping on the hate train.
Just watch him do his stuff.
4 years for doing it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be watching him do his stuff.
He's gonna tear it up out there.
Dear. Alright, lads, I'm gonna head off. But on that note, it's good pod. He's gonna
Alright, next week, where are we headed? What's the plan?
What's the go?
We got to get Deuteronomy done first off.
Yeah, we gotta get Deuteronomy done.
Yeah, alright, so you get that done. Same again, news headlines and some sports headlines.
Just keep it simple.
Keep it simple.
That'll be first day of the Olympics.
Yeah,
it will be,
do a bit of a deep dive, live coverage.
Do an Olympic special. That sounds good. That sounds very, very good.
I'm actually looking forward to that. We'll run through the opening ceremony, see what there was to see there, and then see who's coming out to play.
Sounds perfect.
Alright, well done, lads.
Alright, lads, take care.
Well done.
See you, boys.